afternoon, good evening, good morning, Jason out there. I got a little bit of a late start because my mic was doing its thing again. We love my mic. Justin Malarkey's going to be your pulse hitter here for the Winston Throwback season finale, the final race of a long, it's been a long season, but it's been a BA season. Kevin Savoy, the current points leader in the series, trying to finish this one on a high note. It's going to be the outside pulse hitter, Jesse Bunnell. And Brandon Porter there in second row. Joshua Brock, Brian Farrington, Rich Holland, Matt Magner, John Hammond, Donnell Williams, Grijalva's out there, Charles Garrett's out there. Tell you what, Michael Coulter Jr. is going to be out there as well. Kevin Hunsaker, they're all rolling. Hunsaker is going to be your the guy out there running the numbers for you today. So 163 laps. And Hot Atlanta is hot. Here's a look at the information here. 112 degrees on the track temperature, 66 degrees on the air temperature. Bunnell to the inside right there. Clear skies means that's where it's going to be. And a roll into the corner. Kevin trying to go to the lead here. Bunnell's going to try to make it work. Bunnell wants to get one over on the 99. He wants to take this one away. And Kevin's been super fast all season long. And that's the way it is. It's been a great season. Good to see everybody out there. Kendra, thank you for the like. Mark, thank you for the like. Ronald, thank you for the like and the share. Appreciate you. A.K. Wanderer. A.K.A. Wanderer. Followed me on Twitch. Thank you so much to you out there. Thank you to everybody out there on all the platforms. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Thank you for the chats. Good luck, says Ronald out there. We're going to see some drivers tomorrow in the Chop Shop. I know some of them are getting out there watching right now. I appreciate you. Chop Shop Racing is going to be Xfinity Series racing tomorrow. Joshua Brock trying to go to the inside of Malarkey here. 6 sets of tires, 50% fuel. Bunnell gets the fastest lap of the race and is your race leader. He got himself around Kevin. Kevin, again, I talk about Kevin. He gets the fuel strategy. He gets the pit strategy. That's the driver that tends to figure it out over the long haul. But right now, just kind of biding his time. Joshua Brock to the backside, trying to make it work. 17.99 1, 31 20, 77 10, 35 16, 24. All these drivers trying to make it work. Grijalva right there in the 24, making it stick. Last race of the season, they've gone 32 races. Go Grijalva. Tina, how are you doing? It's going to be a good race. I like the B-class cars. I talked about them I talked about you guys last week and how Daytona was just a great race. It's going to get even better as you continue to move forward. I'm excited. Excited to see a 1.5 mile track in the mix. That's for darn sure. Speaking of seasons, Winston Throwback Series is recruiting for Season 2. It is going to get started on June 1st. It's going to be the Bud Shootout. They're going to have that 50-lap shootout right there. And, of course, Daytona is going to be on June 8th. These drivers are really excited to get through Gen 5 cars. So if you think the Xfinity cars are fun, you should try the Gen 5s. Let's go with Jesse Bunnell, second in points. Has 8 wins on the season. 30 starts throughout the series. It's at 223 bonus laps. He's 311. He's basically one race behind Kevin. And a couple of wins, but not a bad start. Nothing to sneeze at there. He's completed 4,631 laps and has really had an outstanding season. 17 top 5s, 24 top 10s, and really holds on to the bubble. 99 of Kevin Savoy here. Our good friend from Canada is looking to have a fantastic finish to his season. 12 wins on the season, 24 top 5s, 29 top 10s. Has completed 4,834 laps and current points leader right now. Coulter Jr., Michael Coulter Jr. back here in... Is Coulter not racing? Here he is. Here he is. I was looking on my relative. It bounced around like he wasn't there, but there he is, Coulter Jr., third in points in the series. Has 1 win of the series, 12 top 5s, 22 top 10s. Has completed 4,606 laps and is just about 70 points behind Jesse Bunnell. Kevin just has a demanding season on himself. Donnell Williams, 4th in points through the series. We'll click on Mr. Donnell. He is right back here, the number 2 car. 2 on your screen, but number 1 in all your hearts, right? That's what I'm talking about. He has finished himself out with 2 top 5s, 13 top 10s, but consistency has been the big key for him. He is 652 points off of our race leader, but when I talk about points, Kevin Savoy has 5,173 total points, 160 bonus points, and that is pretty much where you see that at. Donnell has completed 4,069 laps and had a fantastic season of all. Michael Strickland, Stryker, is the next driver. He's going to be 5th in points in the standings. Grijalva's going to be able to pick up some points here. He was 1 point behind Stryker, and Stryker's not in the race, so Grijalva should move up a spot here in the standings based on points and points alone. 26 starts for Joe Grijalva, 6 top 5s, 15 top 10s is the 24 rolls P9 right now with Mr. Rich Holland behind him. Joshua Brock, the guy who brought me on to help out and be the voice of this Winston Throwback Series. Give me a big shout out in his Discord earlier, so thank you to Joshua for the kind words. I did see that. Thank you. Malarkey side by side with the one on the Atlanta stretch here. I tell you what, Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is not the repave. They have not. I don't think they've put that in yet. This is traditional Atlanta from what we've seen. Very bumpy, very crazy to be around, and getting around this track is. You kind of got to pick your poison. Do you run the higher lane and save tires, or do you run outside? Kevin, 13/10 of a second behind the 17, is 13 of 163, is going to go. Just made it home. Go ahead. Hey, Joe, good to see you. Got your bag of roasted gems, trying it tomorrow morning? Which flavor did you get? I have to ask Ron, because that stuff is delicious. Roasted gems is that. Speaking of which, I know that we just got started in the race and they're still rolling, but I want to make sure I get my sponsors out of the race. Split Second, good to see you out there. Tell you what, Chop Shop, Split Second Media out there is one of our affiliates that you see out there. You see the link in the description. Go check out their website. They've got some cool stuff. And they've been very kind to me. That's our Australian partners over there, and they are absolutely amazing. Good to see Sean out there in the chat. Much love to you, brother. Appreciate you, and look forward to seeing you guys out there. Bali Blue, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. What do you normally drink, Ron? What do you normally drink? Answer that, and I'll come back to you.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
there's all that stuff out of the way. They're moving along. Matt Magner up about 3 spots here. He's in 5th. Joshua Brock, who's up there contending for 3rd, falls back to 6th at the moment. Malarkey was your pole sitter. He's in 3rd right now. I think he's just trying to find pace and time himself. Good to see Justin back out there. Bunnell still trying to hold off Kevin. They've worked themselves to the high line, 99 to the inside here. And I think the race is finally on here as 20 of 163. Separation 1.8 seconds between Bunnell, Savoy, Malarkey. Kevin right behind, about a 10th off the pace. Trying to utilize that second lane, trying to work himself to the 17, who is utilizing that high line very well. Coulter Jr. side by side with Brandon Porter. Started 4th. He's back to 12th at the moment. So the 16 having a little bit of trouble right now, but he's making it work. Charles Garrett, the number 33, driving the Bandit machine. Much love to Mr. Charles. Hopefully he's having a phenomenal day. Hashtag spicy in the chat because the Tabasco machine is on fire here at Hot Atlanta. This is the track made for the 35. You drink Folgers. That is new livery for Split Second. I like it, man. I like it. I like to see that. That's Center Phoenix out there is our wonderful. That's Sean out there. We love seeing him out there. Ronald Folgers, you will definitely like Bali then. They've got. I'd have to go back up and look at it. I've had so many of them now that that's ridiculous. Make sure that you go to roastedgems.com. Use promo code BZ Bravo Zulu 20, the number 2, the number 0, the letter B, the letter Z, the number 2, the number 0. At checkout, you save 10% off your first order. After that, I'm going to work with them, and I'm going to try to find a promo code to help keep that going. I'm going to be able to track our ROI for them as well because we love them. Thanking everybody out there for being a part of it. Speaking of sponsors, big part of what has made the Winston Throwback Series possible are the sponsors of the series. MCI Graphics on Trading Paints. You got to look for Michael Coulter Jr. on Trading Paints. Go search his name. He's got a whole lot of paint schemes out there, and he's really good at what he does. So make sure you go and check that out. Give him some love. Tell him I sent you over there. You'll have to message him privately and say, hey, Signature sent you over here. Amar Race Control, AMR, RC. He's one of the race controllers that we've seen graduate into a lot of series that we've broadcasted over here, and hopefully that is due to my recommendation because he gets out there and he knows what he's doing. He does some great things and is absolutely a dream. Team Monte Carlo, of course, you can't do anything without having your teams back you up, and Team Monte Carlo is the big team here for the Winston Throwback Series, and they've been an absolute dream to be able to be a part of. Kevin to the outside of the 17 leads that lap after 25 laps. Bunnell now works back to the inside. I think he was utilizing that inside lane as the driver's choice, and now trying to work himself up to the 99 again. 99 gets a better run off the corner, so Bunnell's going to have to reset himself back up here, and Kevin retakes over the lead. John Hammond into pit road early. Joshua Brock as well. Charles Garrett coming to pit road. They're going to take that early pit stop to get themselves in. MR is yes, he is. He's a good driver. Yep. I still have to push him towards. I have to push him for RCN because we want to make sure he stays busy. As busy as I am, I want him to be busier. You know what I mean? Speaking of busy, we want to make sure that we are taking care of everybody out there. Make sure that you give us a like and follow, and show us all of your support, all the support that we could ever ask for, straight from the horse's mouth here. I want to make sure that you get out there, hit the like, hit the follow buttons, make sure that you're taking care of these drivers, taking care of course, myself here. I want to make sure that we have these folks ready to rock and roll. They're gonna run this thing green the entire way. We're gonna see a little bit of downtime, so chat it up out there. I want to hear everybody. Yes. Do I do in-race interviews? I do not. Here's the reason why I do not do in-race interviews. The reason why I do not do in-race interviews is because pulling people from their team channels and their Discord channels has gotten drivers in trouble in the past with iRacing and with me having to delete broadcasts in the past because they, you get in the heat of the moment, or you say something that, as I pull you up, it kind of makes for different things. Do I do it with sponsors? I absolutely do. In race broadcasts with sponsors as well. So there's lots. There are things that I do as far as that goes, and setting that up, I absolutely do. But as far as in race pulling drivers from their channels, I do not. I do the top 3 at the end of the race, and that is what that's where we talk to the drivers mostly. I want to save it for them, make it about what they're doing here, where they're driving, how they're driving, and then keep it about the race, and then talk to them at the end of the race. I am not doing cameras. I'm not doing cameras until we get the upgrade of the system. That is something that we will be working on over the next 3 weeks as we get more. Here's the thing, folks. The upgrades to what I need to do to be able to keep up with with what iRacing's doing, be able to pull in links and extra stuff to have the system process it. I'm looking at about $1,100 in upgrades. And I have to make sure that what I do is being carried over from being able to have sponsors. I've got to have sponsors to help pay for it. I've got to make sure the races are paying for it. Right now, the races are paying for all the old stuff, and now we're working on trying to get to the upgrades, trying to make sure that we take care of it. So if you want to sponsor me, by all means, get a hold of it. I will take in-race sponsors all the time. Donnell Williams, your race leader, coming to pit road. Kevin. Already down into, where's he at? It's like Bunnell's going to come around up to speed. Donnell stayed out an extra lap here. Yep. So yeah, if you guys want to throw money my way, you want your name out there everywhere, by all means, get with me. I will make sure that for every upgrade I do, I will make stickers and I will throw it all over my machines. I will wear it. I will put your logos on my t-shirts. I will do whatever I can to make sure that you are known, because that's the biggest upgrade that we have to do here is I have to take my basically 5-year-old gaming computer and I need to upgrade it. I need to update it. So yes, I will do cams as soon as we get everything in and take care of it. We're going to go from a Ryzen 5 to a Ryzen 9. We're going to take out the old 1660 Super. We're going to throw in a 3070 or something around that line, because I'm not paying the price of a 3080 or a 3090 right now, but that is absolutely ridiculous. And then we are going to upgrade the cooling, and that is what we're going to be doing. Everything else is good. Memory is good. Yeah, everybody. I will push everybody in the right direction. That's what we do. Anywho, that's what we're planning on doing. And I have to get a new microphone. That is on my first upgrade list. I'm just letting everybody know, nice and quietly here. The microphone has to go first, because my voice is the most important thing when it comes to calling these two. And I have salvaged my mic, my old radio mic, for a long time, and it's about time I take care of my microphone. We love everybody out there, but most importantly, we want to make sure that these folks look the best, and in order to be able to make them look the best, I have to reinvest. If that makes complete sense? I want to be a community. I want to take care of everybody, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure these drivers are amazing. Speaking of amazing drivers, Joshua Brock right now is a lap down. Donnell Williams is off 2 spots from the start of the race, but don't count him out just yet. Brandon Porter off 7 from the start of the race. Michael Coulter Jr. is up 2, the number 10, making it work. Charles Garrett, the 33, is up 4, and Joe Grijalva up 3 as the 24 tries to make some moves. Rich Hollander, right where he started, so we're on the spiciest lap 35 for the 35. John Hammond is up 3 as well, the number 10, and 6th as Matt Magner makes it work, the number 5 machine up 3. I'm sorry, that 5th place machine up 3. He's in the number 77. He has that Jasper Throwback Ford paint scheme on it. It's absolutely a blistering, lovely. I like that blue. That reminds me directly of the late 80s and early 90s. And, that's about where I was a teenager. Justin Malarkey, the number 31. is right there in. He's off 3. He is your pole sitter. He's trying to catch back up, but here's a fast driver. This driver, I don't know. Brian Farrington has become that sleeper kind of race. Logitech Blue Mic, that's what you use for everything you can. So what I use is I use my old Shure radio. It's old. It's before the SM7B. Just take it that way. We are going to go up to the SM7B. It needs to be done. It is an expensive purchase, but it is the one microphone that I should never have to buy another microphone again. It is the microphone of choice for all content creators. Somebody did a poll on content creators. I know that it was there's a video on YouTube, and I'd have to re-look it up. But if you take the top 100 or 200 and 250 content creators out there, the most successful ones, so to speak, and you look at the microphones that they use, not just that, but we use them in broadcasting. We use them pretty much. I mean, Joe Rogan uses them. The SM7B is the microphone of choice for pretty much any content creator that you can find out there. However, it's got a hefty price tag on it, and so you got to invest in yourself. Logitech has good microphones. The Rode Podcaster is a decent microphone as well. There's lots to be recommended out there, and I wish I had a bunch of microphones to do those reviews on. Because I would do that. I would say, hey, this is what I would use for iRacing, and this is what I would use for your gaming and your content creating. If I had the opportunity, I would do that. I would say, hey, this is what we do. Because a lot of you get out there and you don't have soundboards. You don't have things. You just want to plug and play mic, and a lot of people use like the Blue Yetis and stuff like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want good quality out of the Yeti, you've got to get the quality out of one of their top tier brands. So Yeti's not bad, but you can get better. This microphone is if you took the Rode mic and you took the SM7B from Shure, mine is kind of right there in the middle. So but of course it's old. It's old, and I've used it for making voiceover work and content creation and character voiceovers and just all kinds of things for a lot longer than I've been doing iRacing broadcasts. So it just makes sense to be able to do more and try to make that work. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the fun, all the stuff out there that you folks are doing. Make sure you like and follow and subscribe. Do what you got to do because you are all amazing. Keeping up with what they're doing across all the platforms. We love to see everybody just being killer. You know what I mean? So thank you, everybody, for being who you are. Facebook.com/Signature Esports. Signature Esports on Twitch. Signature Esports, of course, on YouTube. @RealSig Esports on the old Twitter platform. Instagram, Signature Esports over there as well. We have a TikTok. I'm going to start making more TikToks. I think that's what I need to do. $17.99 side by side, 43 of 163. Split Second, we love. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. We love Split Second out there. Split Second's got a website. It is splitsecondgaming.com/au or .au. Sorry. splitsecondgaming.com.au. Go check them out. I'm going to put that in the old chatteroonie so you folks can get out there and check it out. https://www.splitsecond. There's a link in the description too, but I want to make sure it's in the chat. Gaming.com.au. Pretty sure that's it. If I click on the link, it opens up. Sweet. See, I did that all from memory. I like it. Speaking of memory, Kevin Savoy is trying to make this one look like it's in the memory. Most of the drivers came in around lap 28, 29. Some of the drivers try to short pit themselves. John Hammond, one of those drivers, he comes in. He last came in on lap 24. That puts him in about 21 laps on his pit cycle here, trying to catch up some of that time. Kevin Savoy's going to run this one out. He came in on 29, so no doubt he's probably going to go and think about coming in somewhere around the 56 mark here. I would assume he's going to come around the 56 to 58 mark. We'll see as the race progresses. And right now he's extending the lead over Jesse Bunnell. Bunnell goes. That's what he's doing. He is just going. And it's a full send mode. Split Second Gaming. They are our counterparts. They are in Australia, folks. So get out there and check them out. If you like F1 racing, you're going to like them as well. I can't speak highly enough about them. Some great quality that and they are working on making it just like I am working on my streams and making them top notch for our platform here for the Oval Series here on iRacing. Split Second's doing the same thing. Looks like we had some smoke there. Who got free? That wasn't John. It wasn't that guy. Who was that? I saw some smoke. When there's smoke, there's fire. What happened? I don't know what happened. Yeah, let's back it up and see if anybody's got any damage going on. See nobody. Hammond going around. He's going to get one of those laps back that he needs. Going to at least try. He was about a lap and a half off the pace when he came off pit road. It's going to be faster here, trying to work on that time of the 99. Bunnell has the highest I rating in the streams, 39.94. Kind of look at the strength of field. We haven't looked at that. I have that somewhere here. They've updated SDK, and it's kind of all moved around, so let's see. They did. They moved it around. That's pitch strategy. I'm looking. I'm so sorry, folks. Normally I have this all taken care of, and I know exactly where everything is. However, since they've updated it, they've made everything look a little bit different for me. So I'm trying to figure it out here. Not trying to figure it out. I'm trying to find it because that's like an important tool that I really, really, really like. Let's see. Battle axe, fuel, calculator is in there. I don't know. I think it's gone. You know what? Here it is. We're going to go with this. Here's Kevin Savoy, A-Class 3.4 on the battle license there. 3.5K, Bunnell right about 4,000. Malarkey 1.7. Malarkey is one of the guys that he gets out there, and he may have a C-Class license here, but he runs a lot of official races, and that's really, really stinking awesome to be able to do, to be a part of that, so we love it. Charles Garrett having an issue here. He is on the backstretch. Let's get rid of that battles box. We don't need that. So he is stopped on the backstretch. He's going to get himself rolling again. And it looks like he's going to go to pit lane. Something happened there. I'm not sure why. Maybe he just had to stop. We'll see. Team Monte Carlo. Oh, he was a little bit sideways. Holy cow. I think he got free coming out of pit road. He did. Here it is. He left pit lane. Was getting up to speed. Hit that little embankment there. Oh, at least he exited pit road. Oh, got himself a little bit of right side damage there. Was able to keep. Oh, he's like, no, I don't want to bring out the caution. Gets himself back on the bottom of the racetrack and gets himself rolling forward. Hopefully, he's all right. Savoy's right there. Anthony, thank you for the like. Thank you for the share as well. Much love, brother. Appreciate you very much. Kevin rolling the corners. 99, 17, 31, 47, and the 24 of Grijalva trying to work some magic here. 13 and a half seconds off the pace at the moment. 13 and a quarter, sorry. 13.24 as we were looking at him. Right along with Mr. Grijalva. Hold on to it, buddy. Hold on to Mr. Grijalva. Got a little bit free right there. Watch how tight these cars are getting. And not trying to make him nervous. Don't be nervous. We love you. Tina loved you. Your dad loved you. You guys are all amazing. But a third of the way through this one, folks, and smooth sailing so far. At least one green flag pit stop in the books, and some of them are already hitting that second one. We're going to see Kevin start to work into it as well. Bunnell might consider staying out as long as he can here. Maybe clutch it in, try to make it work for himself. We shall see. We shall see. Folks, vocal break coming up. If you've got a chance to hydrate, do so. Raise it up, and we will see all the love in the world. Much love. I'll be back. Look down pit lane here at Atlanta Motor Speedway as Kevin looks to leave this one. Donnell still out there, about 16 seconds over Mr. Savoy as Kevin tries to make he's just making it learn. He's just learning his way here. Brian Farrington of the number 20 finds himself in second at the moment. Bunnell and Kevin side by side. 17, rocks it there. A little bit of net code. You saw just how it was able to be, just how much the arrow is going to suck these cars together. But a little bit of net code kind of dented in the side of the 17 for a moment there. So Kevin's going to be able to fall back just a moment, do exactly what he was doing just several moments ago. Work in to getting himself in line. Donnell Williams comes to pit lane. He's going to make his green flag pit stop from the lead. Brian Farrington looks to lead here now. In his last lap, 31.96. He came to pit road on lap 50. It's not like he's slow at all. So he's working this one. 3/4 of a second now as Bunnell looks to close into the distance. He's got some faster tires, faster lap times at the moment. 7 lap fresher tires. Kevin right behind and is sucking up the draft. Kevin is better on the longer run. We had a lot of short, if there was a lot of cautions in this one, we might see Bunnell skirt around. Malarkey catching back up now, and he came in on lap 58, so he's going to be the same strategy as Kevin Savoy, about 4.5 seconds back from E to Kevin at the moment. But we can look at that changing over the course of tire-saving mode. Matt Magner in 5th, up 3. Biggest mover of the race, still Grijalva. He's battling side-by-side with John Hammond here. Hammond back in the mix, came in on 44. Is trying to keep himself on a different strategy than everybody else. Doing the math in his head, saying, hey, this is where it's going to work for me. James, much love. George, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. Appreciate you. James, thank you for the shares as well. Mandarin Racing out there giving me some love. I love them. Love you all. You are all an absolute dream. Do more in car. I will. You DM me on Discord. Whenever I broadcast, I typically stay away from Discord until the end, but you guys are awesome. If you're up for it, I don't mind. Don't mind. Do me a favor. Jump into... Need to get a channel for us to go into here. You can see the gaming channel in my Discord. Go for it. I'm going to jump over there real quick. Jump on over there. When you can see that, when you can jump in there, jump in. We'll talk about what you're doing. Winston Throwback Series will be back June 1st, folks. They are going to have a little bit of a break, but make sure that you get yourself in there and sign up for sure. You need to contact John Hammond or Joshua Brock on Facebook. They'll be able to take care of you. And there'll be a lot of fun stuff going on there. 65 of 163. It's the 1799 show. Farrington back to 3rd as we see things. John, how are you doing? Good to see you out there. Good to see you. Hey, it's all good, man. It is all absolutely fantastic. There he is. There's the man himself, Split Second Gaming in the chat with me. How you doing today, man?
Hey, mate, how you doing?
I am
doing good.
Doing fantastic. Across the pond, about several thousand miles away. That's a good friend.
Yeah, no, we're loving the stream down here, mate, and love what you do, and we're watching every show we can that you put up, mate. You're doing a great job.
Well, I appreciate it. Tell people about Split Second and what you guys are trying to do over there. Across the pond from us there in Australia. You're just outside of, remind me again, I know it's somewhere around Sydney, but I know it's like an hour or 2 hours away or something like that.
Yeah, mate, so Split Second Gaming's based about 2 hours north, 2.5 hours north of Sydney and Newcastle. We basically do very similar to what you do, except we've got two entities, as you know, Split Second Gaming and Split Second Media. So our gaming organises, coordinates and runs all events, leagues and all that here in Australia. Starting to branch out towards your side of the Atlantic there as well, and loving getting into these Xfinity cars that you're streaming tomorrow in the Chop Shop League. Learning a lot more about these cars. Didn't have a great race last week, but Split Second Gaming's definitely learning and adapting. And of course, Split Second Media does the same stuff you do, but we're more focused on Formula One at the moment. That's what we're coming across from. And we're going to be start dipping into this iRacing world and trying to help people like yourself out by getting you guys out there, streaming you guys in more of a way with Signature Esports, getting you guys out there when we're not on as well. So that way we're trying to cover close to 24 hours worth of coverage. So yeah, but definitely looking at trying to expand and get a lot more people involved now that we're dipping our toes into iRacing. But coming from console, it is a learning curve, as you can imagine, and loving everything we're doing and loving everything about the communities that we're finding with iRacing and with yourself as well, communities with yourself, with content creators, and just loving it all at the moment. It's a big high, I can tell you that.
Well, the biggest thing, and that's what I was going to ask you, because we didn't get to really chat last week after the race. Daytona, of course, it's a hit or miss kind of racetrack with you, and I saw the kind of little bit of what seemed like it was struggles early on with that, but it's seemingly getting it figured out. You're going to get to the 1.5 mile tracks. You're going to get to the tracks that kind of work in that same repetition. But how's it feel being on the simulator in comparison to the console?
Yeah, it's definitely reaction time's a lot different. You get a lot more feel of a car on the iRacing in the sim, whereas F1 on the console, you still get a lot of feel for the car. It's just not as dominant, I would say. Like, for example, at the moment, learning how to drive these Xfinity cars are very, very challenging. As a lot of people say, they're one of the hardest cars in the NASCAR of cars to drive. Last week was a disappointment as we had a car that could definitely have taken on for a win, if not a top 5, but just was way too loose, couldn't hold her steady on the lines, and she just couldn't seem to hold it. We got a good run there on lap 5. We moved up from 23rd up into the 10th before we got sucked by the draft into the wall and just had to recover from there. And we managed a good job of that, going right down to last and then recovering back to 22nd by the end of the race. But still, when you're 12 laps down, as you know, at Daytona, once you go 2 laps down, it's really hard to recover, let alone 12. So we ended up 22 laps down at the end. But the simulator is a massive difference. We're learning to adapt to it, and yeah, we're loving it. But it is a new challenge, a good challenge, and of course, I don't want to take anything away from NASCAR drivers or style of driving, because the biggest learning curve from coming from Formula One and tin tops, or we call them tin tops, but the V8 supercars, for example, or touring cars, GR3s, is the way they handle, and that there is a lot of skill, and I don't think enough credit goes to NASCAR drivers.
It is, and the difference between utilizing a wheel on a game that's a fixed FPS to one that's like this, that is caution's going to come out here. Let's get to the caution here real quick. First caution of the race, and we're talking with Sean. Give them your last name out there. That way they know who you're talking about. You got Cinephoenix in the chat, but give him your name real quick, and we'll hit the caution.
Yeah, it's Shane Newman.
There he is. First caution, Nerds Do It Thanks podcast is going to be absolutely fantastic. This Friday, they're going to release another episode, 8:30 Eastern. Oh, man, I love him. And that is AJ Coppola over there. If you know who AJ is, he's got AJ15 on YouTube. They are broadcasting tomorrow night at the same time as I'm broadcasting, so you can tune into me, you can tune into them, you can tune in. Yeah, it's just insane. Let's go and take a look. Something happened here. 76 of 163. It does look like that is going to be the time mix right there. Something happened here. Let's take a look. We're going to see what happened as quickly as we can. They may have just thrown the caution. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Something happened. John? Did you have an issue? No, you didn't have an issue. I don't know. Something happened. Everybody's come. Maybe they wanted to stop everybody, tighten them back up, and say, you know what? This is the last race of the season. Let's keep running. Your race leader, Jesse Bunnell, goes to pit road. Kevin Savoy, Malarkey, Farrington, Magner, Grijalva. Porter's going to stay out and get himself back around this racetrack. He had just come to pit road on 53. He's going to stay around. Does look like Charles Garrett's going to stay out and get the wave around. Donnell Williams should be your lucky dog here. He will be your lucky dog. He's going to go all the way around. Simulator to console. Consoles are a fixed FPS, and the simulators that you see on your PC are typically more of a variable FPS. So things change, and it forces the handling of the car to be a little bit more different. And my experience and my precedence when it comes to the gaming and the simulation zone, it's supposed to resemble having a car out there and trying to do your best to control it. As we see Donnell come to pit road, Hammond's going to stay out there for a free pass. So is Joshua Brock. So is Charles Garrett. 16 is going to be a race leader. Brandon Porter staying out. Shane, the idea behind Split Second is one. We're talking about broadcasting. What times do you broadcast when it comes to there in Australia, and we can get the conversion over here? I think 16 is texting and driving, John. I love it. Xfinity cars feel good. They do. Grahava will be on leave for 2 weeks in June. Kart Club here in El Paso is taking him to New Mexico. Oh, nice. His cart is ready to go. Dude, you need to get a hold. I need to put a logo on his cart. I really do. Joe, get a hold of me. Let's see. He drives a Prega Dark cart. Yeah. Shane, now you're all good, man. Tell folks about when you broadcast or when you guys are going live and just kind of what your schedule is coming up here very soon.
Yep. So we're actually in the middle of restructuring our schedule because we just finished this weekend past. We just finished our F1 series on Sundays and Mondays our time. So that would be Saturdays and Sundays your time, I believe, in the morning. So we run at 6:30 at night. But with the new schedule coming out, we've got some exciting new programs coming too, and I believe we might even be having a program where the viewers are going to get to see you in person a little bit too, with a new talk show coming up talking about everything racing in the world of both sim and real world. So that's going to be looking to be on a Wednesday night in Australia, which will be, I believe, your Wednesday morning or Tuesday nights, I think, but they'll be around about 7 o'clock Wednesday nights. And then we've got a new Formula One season starting up in about 3 weeks from now, which will be on Sundays and Mondays at the usual time of 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. here in Australia, Australian Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, we're looking at first Australian, or our first league on iRacing, racing around the before the actual show that we'll be doing on Wednesdays. So that will be around about the 4 o'clock mark in Australia, depending on competitors' availability. Otherwise, we'll be pushing that to the Thursdays. So a lot coming our way here at Split Second, and we're looking forward to it, and also getting involved with Signature Media and getting a lot more content from yourself and getting it out there to our guys. Also, I want to put a shout out to Signature Esports. The amazing support we've had from you guys since we've come on board has been absolutely amazing, and the help from you, Jason, mate, it's been really good. Enjoying some of your tutorial videos on YouTube. For a lot of people out there want to know how to do a lot of stuff with iRacing and graphics work and that, make sure you check him out on his YouTube channel, guys. It's an amazing work that he does on the tutorials, very easy to follow. And finally, we'll be putting up links on our web page. The Split Second Media section is all getting sorted within the next 14 days, and there'll be a whole dedicated page there for Signature Esports where you'll be able to get all your links and access in one place there if people are struggling to find you.
I tell you what, I appreciate all the help and support that you're giving me over here. They are treating me like royalty here. Woo! 17 down to the inside. Green flag waves once again here as the 80 lap mark is being completed. Just for those who know, it is 11 a.m. in that mark over there on most of it. It's between 11 and 10 a.m. over there in a couple of different zones for what I'm seeing. I know that you're about 13 hours ahead of me here Central Time in the U.S. So his day is getting started basically, and my day is about to end. And we're going to make it all work, and we're going to work together to bring a little bit of Signature Esports to Split Second Gaming, and likewise bring a little bit of Split Second Gaming to here. We're going to have that. You're going to have that podcast come up, and that's going to be a ton of fun to be a part of. But we're going to make it work. We're going to have some fun. And I look forward to seeing you race tomorrow night.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, we're hoping to have a car that she's looking fast, but she is a bit loose at the moment. So a bit of training today while you're sleeping, get a bit of training in at Kansas there, and hopefully we can do a lot better than last week. Stay out of the wrecks and just keep a consistent pace and try and get a top 10 finish this week to redeem from last week. But yeah, thanks for everything, mate, and look forward to hearing the call and rewatching the show tomorrow. And yeah, thank you for everything, man.
It's always a pleasure. Little word of advice for the Xfinity cars. They're going to be loose and free early, tight later on, and then loose and free again. Learn your trail braking in the corners. Get into a test session. Learn to follow that line a little bit, but keep yourself off the bottom, just about a foot or two off of that line, and you'll be okay. Kansas is my track. So
I'll take all the help I can get, to be honest, man. These Xfinity cars, they're fun to drive, but they can catch you in half a second, man.
They're a handful, and when the tires go, you feel every inch of it, my man. We'll see you tomorrow night, our time. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon for yours.
Thanks, mate. Have a great call.
Always. That's the man himself. Split Second Gaming out there. You're going to see Cine Phoenix out there as well. Always a pleasure to see our good friends want to be a part of what we do over here. I don't mind talking to folks, quote unquote. Joe, make sure you get out there and you do your thing. So here's what happens. Split Second Gaming and their platform is automatically hosted on our Twitch channel. So anytime that you're going to be able to see that pop up, that will host directly to our. So when their streams go live, they will go live on Signature Esports as well. I want to make sure that you know that you're going to be able to check out the races as they develop their schedule, as they start to get things worked out as well. It's going to be absolutely amazing to see, and I look forward to it. And look forward to seeing what everything that they're going to be able to bring to our neck of the woods. Because unbeknownst to you, if you didn't know this, I like me some good road racing. I like me some F1 series. I like the GT. Hey, love you out there. We appreciate you. Always appreciate you. I'm a big fan of road series racing, and it took me a little while to really get into it, and you can thank actually iRacing for it, because once I started getting into the LMPs, the GTEs, the GT3s, the LMP2s, once I started getting into those style of cars, I really started to appreciate road series racing for what it's worth. They do go to ovals too, but that's a whole different kind of speed. That's one wreck and you end your day. However, this race is far from over. 87 to 163. We are right there at that halfway mark, just above the halfway mark, as Kevin still tries to work over Jesse Bunnell. Justin Malarkey back up in the mix. They kind of tighten some things down. And man, oh man, whew. Tell you what, we got a lot going on, and I like it. So we're going to have a couple of week break here, and then we're going to go back to the new season, Season 2. And if you don't know what the Season 2 season looks like, it is based off of the 2003 schedule for the Winston Throwback Series, and they are going to have a whole lot of fun. And what I mean by a whole lot of fun, they're going to have an incredible lineup. And I have their season pulled up here as we watch Malarkey and Matt Magner kind of battle at it. The Bud Shootout on June 1st. June 8th is when the season fully gets on. It's going to be the first official points race of the season. They're going to run 38 races in total. I'm sorry, let me take that back. There's 1 off week, 2 off weeks. That's it. So they're going to run a 38-week schedule, 36 races in total, 35 for points, 1 as the Bud Shootout, and that's going to be the season opener that kind of just has some fun. But they're going to take Thanksgiving and Christmas off, and that's pretty much it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to being a part of that. I believe they're bringing me back. They told me that they were bringing me back. I'm pretty sure that I'm coming back. I hope that I am, because I really like the series. They've done a phenomenal job. All right, there's the 31 and the 77. About 1.2 say everybody kind of got themselves kind of worked in. There is the 10. He comes to pit road. He wants to reline himself back up. He's going to be 2 laps down at the moment. Tires, it's 6 tire changes for the series here, and the math kind of worked itself out. They're about 29 laps per, so that's 5. Some drivers may be short on tires out there. I don't know. Who knows? All right, folks. We love you. We appreciate you. Brian Rinker, my man. How you doing, brother? John said he thought the 16 was texting and driving. Yeah, he did look like it there for a moment, didn't he? Thank you for all the likes out there. Brian Rinker is my #1 fan out there, believe it or not. Giving me some love. I appreciate you. You're amazing, brother. Folks, if you're out there on YouTube, do me a favor. Reach up, hit that like button. Have some fun. Joe, reach out to me on the old Facebook platform, please, and I want to get a logo out to you. I want to get something you guys can put on his cart, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, and we'll talk about maybe some monetary stuff for you, maybe some gear or something. I don't know. We'll work that out. But I'd like to support. Number one, I like to support sim racers and their passions. I like to support communities and their passions. I also like to support each and every one of you out there in any way that I can help. It's not always about money, okay? It's not always about the an income kind of thing. If I can give any kind of exposure, I want to be able to do it. You know what I mean? So it is the way it is. Atlanta is amazing, and this camera's been kind of close up for a moment. Let's go to our turn 2 camera and take a look at what the crowd here is doing. Much love to you all out there. Take a moment, hydrate. Let's rock this thing. We're rocking like a hurricane, right? All right, full send. All right, let's ride along with a few of your favorite drivers out there as things kind of progress themselves forward. This is Rich Holland here. It's my spicy man, Williamsburg, Virginia native, on a full send kind of mode. Hashtag spicy in the chat for me if you don't mind. That's our flavor of the week is Tabasco. 99 of 163. Let's go up to the 99. He is right where he started behind the number 17 and starts to put over a little bit of a run. He's going to work the inside of the 17 piece. Pull in the air. That's what he's doing. If you look at what he's doing here, watch the gyro cam. He's trying to pull the air off the 17. He's going to get back into the throttle. 17's where the tire's out on the high side. He's going to have a good run here on the corner exit, but watch him pull the air off the 17. He'll drop way low here, use more of the racetrack to be able to get himself into this run, and he's going to get out of the gas just a little bit more. 17's going to be a lot higher here as Bunnell rolls the corner. Ooh, man. Bunnell still to the outside, gets himself a little right side. Still utilizing the outside, out of the gas a little bit longer. This track is bumpy, folks. Here's the nose cam. Bunnell still leads that lap way out of the gas. He's using every bit of that racetrack right now to keep himself on that high line. Savoy on the bottom. The grip is kind of all over the place here for these two drivers. Malarkey closing down some of that distance. He was 1.5 seconds back just a short while ago, and watch him run. The gyro cam inside Justin Malarkey, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Pennsylvania. That's the look right there. Matt Magner trying to close down some distance as well. He's 2.5 seconds back, but he's gaining. He is closing some of that time down. A little each lap. Go to the cockpit view of this driver, Matt Magner, the 77. Giving our attention where it needs to be, folks. You're absolutely amazing. You'll let him know. Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Tina, remind the Joes, to get with me. Tina, if you're out there, much love to you, dear. All right, Kevin finally gets himself around here. Let's take a look. Whoa. Linnell right back to the inside. Whoa, they're up side by side. He drifts up the racetrack, the line. Closing down side by side, 17.99. 99's going to be able to work the inside. Oh, goodness gracious. Do they ever make you nervous? Yes. All right, let's drop that stuff down. Actually, let's go back to Brian Farrington, number 20. He is in 6th, right where he started. Love it. Donnell Williams, he is in second. He's got Grijalva right there in the mix with him. There's his cart. El Paso, Texas. Giving some love. There's Michael Coulter Jr. right there. Bardstown, Kentucky native. That's the guy from MCI Graphics on Trading Paints. You got to give him some love. Show him some support. Brandon Porter right there into number 16. He was on a schedule, and it looked to be a good schedule. John Hammond in the number 10 trying to work himself back around. That's Mr. Avon Lake. You're going to see him tomorrow night. He is the proud owner of the Chop Shop Racing League. Joshua Brock. That was John Hammond of the number 10. Joshua Brock, the owner of the Winston Throwback Series, Wichita Falls, Texas, being represented. Chesapeake, Virginia on the old Slasher Rudy. He is right there in the number 1 car. Charles Garrett, number 33 from Marion. Is it? I wonder which Marion it's from. He's from. We'll have to ask him one day. Brandon Porter off track. He might. Is he? He went off track just a moment there. He's going around to 3. He's 50. What is the? Isn't the pit? I didn't even look at pit lane speed here. That's what I need to do. All right, Kevin coming to pit road. Malarkey's already on pit road. That was fast. Matt Magner doing his thing. Donnell Williams, the number 2, looks to come around. Jesse Bunnell had an issue there, but he is leaving pit road. He came out of 106, so Rich Holland coming back out as well. You got to be careful leaving pit road because that banking right there that you see Holland on, if you goose it too soon, you're going to go around. So Malarkey is your race leader. He's your pole sitter as well. Looking to try to get himself off of pit lane very fast. 99 has a great pit stop. 31 getting a little bit taken care of. Was he? Oh, did he? Justin, did you get a pit speeding penalty? No. I think he got a speeding penalty. Mr. Malarkey trying to get to pit road. I think he has to hold for the 47. Brandon Porter did have to hold as well, so Malarkey is going to be a lap down. That, Shane, thank you very much for the follow out there. That's the man himself, Shane Newman, giving us some love. Much love and appreciation. And I mean it, folks. When I say much love, I mean much love. Thank you all very much for being who you are. You're all absolutely amazing. And I look forward to seeing more and more from each and every one of you. Because without you, I wouldn't be a thing. Is that the truth? Is that the truth? Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Bunnell, 3 seconds to lead. Rich Holland runs his fastest lap of the race, 7 seconds off the pace of the leader, but he came out of pit road at the same time as Mr. Bunnell. So they came out on the same lap. But he runs his fastest lap of the race. About 6/100 of a second, a little bit slower than Bunnell on his first lap. But Kevin, he's hauling Tookus right now. He and Rich Holland both of these drivers a little bit faster the last time, about 0.2 of a second faster than Bunnell. So we're going to see where it's going to work and see who's going to do what they're going to do, because we're at least one green flag pit stop away from the end of this one. 111 of 163. It came out on 106. So that would be exactly about halfway. So most of these drivers are going to pit halfway, and it's going to be a pace. Malarkey having to play a game of catch-up right now. He and John Hammond are going to be battling for position here in a moment. Malarkey off 8 from the start of the race. A pit road speeding penalty is punishing here. 45-second hold. Along with Brandon Porter, they both got the pit. I think the pit lane speed here is 45 miles an hour, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look it up now because I didn't look it up before. Let's see. Atlanta Motor Speedway. Have to look it up because I missed it. Let us see. Let us see. 1.54 miles in length. The turns are 28 degrees. Straightaways 5 degrees. The fastest lap ever recorded here, 224.163 miles an hour by Billy Boat. And that was in 1998 in the IndyCar Series. Holy cow. Let's see. I'm looking. Robbie Gordon owns the fastest time here, 29.378. That is in the NASCAR circuit, 186 miles an hour. Before that, it was the fastest driver to ever complete the race was in 1995. Dale Earnhardt completed the fall race of the championship race in 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 3 seconds. You're kidding me. I mean, not kidding me, but kidding me. That's funny. I mean, not funny, but funny. So the championship race he completed in 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 3 seconds at average speed of 163.633 miles an hour. That's awesome. Oh, man. Most wins at Atlanta, Dale Earnhardt with 9. Most top 5s, Dale Earnhardt with 26. Most top 10s, Richard Petty with 33. Most starts, Richard Petty with 65. I'm looking for the pit road speed. You know what? We'll be able to find it here in a second. Checking it out in the chat. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you, folks out there, very much for being who you are. Make sure that you do your thing. We've been following along with the 16 for a moment. Let's put ourselves on exciting, see where folks are, and check in with Kevin Savoy. He's about 2.4 seconds back. He's gained about 0.6 of a second since the restart of this one. Bunnell able to work his line the way he wants to now without all that pressure. 118 of 163. Holland solid in third, but he's under fire from Matt Magner behind. This is where strategy plays a big factor. Magner still super fast here. Brian Farrington in 5th. Trying to close a little bit of that distance down. Grijalva right there. Holland battling back to the outside. A little right side damage for... I thought he had right side. It might just be my eyes. Folks, I threw the throwback filter on iRacing. Here's let me do this real quick. Here's what it looks like without the throwback filter. That's the color corrected throwback filter. Here's it without it. So sorry. I realized that it was really bright, but I wanted to try to bring in that nostalgic feel. And I did. That's what it looks like without. So sorry. I was like, man, it looks really bright on stream. It's because it was. Look, that orange is super bright. Matt Magner takes over third, 8.5 seconds. Back is Rich Holland as the 77 rolls the corner. Right in front of him. Good pass, good clean racing so far. Brian Farrington trying to catch up here as well. 12.8 seconds back. First driver off the lead lap's going to be Justin Malarkey. He's looking for a free pass here. He's like, look, that wasn't fun. Don't want to make it work. Donnell Williams is the driver he is tracking down. Holland, don't blink, Holland. We love you. Rahalva, don't blink. We love you. Last race of the season here for this series. For the first half of everything. And it's been a great season, folks. We do appreciate all of these fine drivers, this fine league. Sometimes it's tough to look at it and go, well, Kevin's just going to win this series. But you know what? The drivers that are here right now, they've stuck it out. They've had some fun. And regardless of anything, they're going to do their thing. So we love and appreciate every bit of them. We love and appreciate each of you as well. So keep your heads up, folks. And we'll definitely be seeing more of you in the future when it comes to what we are trying to do with Signature Esports. And we love our affiliations. We love our partners. We love the people that we are working with. And it's all for a great improvement for the betterment of the community. One, it's all about mental health. You know that with me. We care about each individual driver and each individual family member. We care about what you folks are doing out there. And I want to treat you like family. I call you warriors for a reason because each and every one of you are. Full send into the corner. Anthony, good to see you. Made it to Cali. All right. Okay. That's all right, Anthony. Remember, here in a couple of weeks, they've got that second season. Got that second season starting here on June 1st. So get yourself settled. Mr. Crownover is... Anthony, I talk a lot of good things about you all the time. Anthony Crownover, one of the best racers that I've seen come across. Now, I tell everybody my favorite racer is Al Reed on iRacing. Al's an amazing person, and he actually put a TikTok out there of me saying that. Anthony Crownover was one of the first racers that I could say when I joined iRacing that I knew what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, there are drivers that when you get into the simulator and that you see in your officials, you're like, all right, here we go. When I was calling the races, you knew that Anthony knew what he was doing. And so that was the driver that I tended to follow around the racetrack to learn what they were driving this series, the ARCA series. And it was the No Limit series. And you kind of knew it. So Anthony is a great dude. I'm glad you made it, brother. I'm so happy you made it to Cali. I'm glad to see you out there. I'm glad everything's working out. Man, that's a big difference. What is it, 6 p.m., 6:30 your time? Dang, brother. I appreciate you, by the way. I always appreciate you. Thank you for being in the chat. Hope the family's doing well. Benell, Savoy, Magner, Holland, Farrington. That's going to be your top 5. Grijalva, Williams, Malarkey, Porter, Hammond. That'll be your top 10. Brock, Coulter, Garrett decided he was going to park it for the day. And, man, we like Charles. Charles is good. Absolutely. Care about community, care about mental health, and we try to push forward to each and every person out there, and we try to make sure that you know that that you're going to be our focus. That's what I want to see. I want to see you all be my focus, and I'm going to continue to improve that. I really want drivers to feel like they are in a NASCAR setting, but not have to have the pressure of a NASCAR setting. So June 1st is... Oh, you need the season to start later? Let's go. Jamie, how are you doing out there? He said, get up there. Jamie, he had a speeding penalty. That is why he is one lap down. So go whoop, whoop, and pull him over, right? Anthony, that is the Bud Shootout. That's on June 1st. June 8th is when the first race. But you got to remember, Anthony, this is a long season. More wins means they have 35 total races, points races for the series. So you'll have a ton of time, brother. Ton of time. It's all good. It's all good. Or just join in later on like you did this one and get out there and pound the pavement with that Gen 5 car. Kevin, going around the 17. They're going to battle side by side for a moment. They need, I don't know, Bunnell needs roughly about at least another 4 or 5 laps on this. For sure. Hey, you know what? You know what we can do? We can say, hey, guys, Crownover lives on the West Coast now, and he needs to be able to drive in this series because Jason said so, so let's move it back half an hour, 45 minutes. Possibilities. I don't mind having a little bit later race on Wednesdays. Everything's been starting about 7:15 my time. I'm about 2 hours ahead of you. Bunnell to second. Kevin trying to lead for the last 29 laps. You know who could come to pit road right now? Not the worst idea. Matt Magner in third, 7.9 seconds. Matt was hovering around that fourth place mark. Malarkey was hitting that third place pretty well. Justin Malarkey's lap times, I think he tried to burn off the tires right there. Kevin he's one of the only drivers, actually the only driver under the 33-second mark right now. By now, right about 33.25 last time by. Jesse's wall tapping it here. Australian V8 on a... Ooh. Not a bad idea at all. Let's see. Whoop, sorry about that, folks. Let me pull some stuff around here. I've got too many screens open here. Let me see. Which car do I have? Not a bad idea. I'd like it. Like, well, they've got the GT3 series that has ran a lot of the oval tracks. Well, they did a stint at that for a little while. That was kind of fun for me. All right, but now it comes to pit road. I knew he was going to come pit road first. Jamie, do we get lucky dog? They do get lucky dogs, but they've only had one caution this entire race. Holden VB versus Ford Mustang. Yeah, I mean, I'd do it. Nothing wrong with that. They do have the Mustang in here. Those are the GT cars. I think they consider that the GT series. Kevin comes to pit road. There's Malarkey needing another lap here. Holland is going to lead. Full send, he says. Full send. Do they have the Holden down here? I don't know if they do. I'd have to look. Not a bad idea. Nothing wrong with it. Bunnell will be the first driver, one lap down. Malarkey finally back on the lead lap. But he's gonna need Need some of that time. Donnell Williams in second of 8. Kevin picks up that pace, comes around off of pit road. Malarkey's there. Bunnell up to speed. I am trying to see how Kevin had such a fast pit time right there, because Bunnell now finds himself 4 seconds off the pace. Take that back, 10 seconds off the pace. How in the world did that happen? They do. Then do it, full send. That'd be interesting. It really would be interesting. I would want to test that. Kevin has an 11-second lead. When he came to pit road, he had none of that makes sense. No, not 2 tires. Full pit stop. 14.78. He was Kevin was on pit road for 42. That was the difference. He was on pit road for 10 seconds longer. Bunnell was. So yeah. He was in pit road. I'm not talking about a pit stall. Pit stalls are pretty close. Exact. Last pit time was 14.78 for both of the drivers. Bunnell spent 54 seconds total on pit lane. Driving down. All right, 24 laps to go. Something happened there. It is what it is. Kevin, 13 seconds off the pace. Matt Magner getting to the side of the 17. He's going to be driving to the inside. He's going to clear him. Jesse, do you have something going on with your car? Ryan Farrington running his fastest lap of the race. 31.44. Matt Magner holds on to second. Bunnell has had a fantastic season. Ryan Farrington has had a fantastic season. And something we might do at the end of this is we might just bring... He must have. He might have ran himself forward. I can look at it. If I'm really curious, here's what happened. Let's take a look at his pit entry here. Clutched it in, down, 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 down. I wanted to see. I'm curious. I know I'm spending a lot of time on this. I'm just trying to deduce on what happened to him. Nope. I mean, it looked clean. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's okay. He's had a hell of a season, that's for darn sure. He might have just taken his time. Kevin had a hell of a pit stop, though. Most of the other drivers did as well. Malarkey came to the pit road. He's trying to track down Donnell Williams. He was your pole sitter, and I looked to see him try to finish this race the way he did. Matt Magner holds on to second. Bunnell in third. Farrington in fourth. Grijalva in fifth. Grijalva top 5 night for him. 4 seconds off of Farrington. Savoy is full smooth sailing here. 19 laps to go. Folks, I'm going to take a hydrate break. I'm going to play my affiliate sponsorship sponsors stuff. Check out the link tree and all the stuff in the description. We love everybody that we're a part of. So, but here's the two that get commercials.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Fastest lap of the race ran 2 laps ago, 31.35. That driver right there, John Hammond, says, you know what? Might be a couple of laps down, but I'm going to full send it around this racetrack, and I'm going to get the fastest lap of the race. And he did so. 31.35 actually ran it like he owned it. Fastest speed. John Hammond. It's his speed right now relative to the race leader in front of him. He's trying to catch him. He was starting to catch him. There's Kevin right here. John Hammond looking to pull away here. Brandon Porter 6.8 seconds back. He is in 9th. He's still trying to track down some of his time. Donna Williams in 7th is 10 seconds back. That's what it looks like when it comes to the relative on the screen there, folks. Most positions gained. Can show all 14 drivers. Let's do that. All the new stuff I'm playing around with here. I like it. John Hammond's come to pit road 6 times. Everybody else 5. Kind of where things are working. I like it. All right, I'm done. Excuse me. MCI Graphics, I'm RRC. The Winston Throwback Series. 12 laps to go, and this season will be in the bag. And right now, Matt Magner holding on to 14.5 second difference between 1 and 2. Bunnell trying to close down his distance as well. The 20 of Brian Farrington looks like he actually is gaining some time here. Grijalva, don't check your mirror because Rich Holland is he's got a full send mode looking his way as well. Grijalva came out at 136. Bunnell came out at 135. Brian Farrington came out at 135 as well. Kevin out front came out at 136 as Matt Magner did. Donnell Williams came out at 137. Malarkey came out at 137. Brandon Porter came out at 133. John Hammond came out at 138. Brock came out at 124. Coulter out of the race. Michael Coulter Jr. is your guy. I promise you need to get out there and find him on Trading Paints. Look for him. MCI Graphics is what you're going to be also seeing. Much love to the fam over there. We do appreciate the Coulter family. Coulter Productions on YouTube. It's pretty darn awesome. You know, the best part about being me is that I have a community like you. Thank you, everybody out there, for being who you are. You are the best community in all of iRacing and in all of, I think, in all of streaming or gaming or whatever you want to call it. You're all the best. I thank you all very, very, very much for being who you are. And remember that you're the best because I say so. Not just that. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you're not the best. You know why? Because they don't know you. They don't know where you've been. They don't know what you've gone through or where or how you've gone through it. But you know what you can do? And full send. Full send every day, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. We love you. And I appreciate you as well. Kevin Savoy has had a hell of a season, and the 99 has really worked himself into making this his 13th win of the season, barring a catastrophe. Matt Magner works himself to Malarkey. Malarkey is there. He's going to be a lap down. Still working to get to Donnell Williams to try to get it up, to pick up one more position before the end of this race with 7 laps to go. I don't know that he's going to be able to do that, but we'll see. There's still a lot of racing left. 6 laps is a lot. And right now, each driver has somebody set in their eyes, as there is the spiciness rolling in the corner. I didn't get the chance to hit all my cameras because I should have been paying attention a little bit better. But I tell you what, these cars are out of the throttle heavy right now. They're so quiet. It is unreal. It's Donnell trying to carry into the corner. In comparison to what they were before, they are so out of the throttle. It is just unreal. Five laps to go in the 2022 Season 1 of the Winston Throwback Series, paying homage to the prior to 2002. Next season, yes, Jamie. Next season starts June 1st. Thank you, Anthony, very much. Let's start a petition to start Season 2 1 hour later. I would be fine with that, Anthony. I would be fine with that. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you very much. You are all amazing. You are all amazing. Like, follow all the platforms. Or follow me on TikTok. We're trying to grow TikTok. You guys are going to have to give me ideas for TikToks. That's what I want to see. Because I did a couple of motivational ones, and those were pretty fun. I did that Pokemon one, too. When we did that first Pokemon opening, it was awesome. I'm just going to say, because we found some cool cards, and it was like, Pokemon! It was awesome. I played the theme song. 2 laps to go when he crosses the strike. Kevin Savoy looking to be the Winston Throwback Series champion here on iRacing, and he's going to do so in style. He has had a dominating series. He wanted to show up and do it. He figured out the racetrack, found his way around. He and Bonnell always battle back and forth. And Jesse, whatever happened to his race that put him 10 seconds off at the start of that one, hey, it's all good. Because you know what? It could have been worse. White flag waves for the final time in Season 1 for me with the Winston Throwback Series. In about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks away, we're going to be starting Season 2 for the Winston Throwback Series. It'll take us all the way to the beginning of January, and it's going to be interesting. He does it. He comes home. He's going to burn it down. 99 wins it here. Kevin Savoy, your Winston Throwback Series champion, and wins by 16 seconds. A run for the money. Matt Magner will come home second. And Bonnell, I bit my tongue, sorry. Jesse Bonnell comes home third. He started third. It's not a bad, he didn't gain or lose, and that's all it was. He finishes P2 in the series. Congratulations to Bonnell. Kevin is going to be able to burn it down here in style. While he does, we'll give it to him. The man himself, Winston Throwback Series champion Kevin Savoy, as everybody lines it up for the final time here. And I might just bring it. I might just talk to them all. Might as well do it, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna talk to everybody. I'm just gonna let everybody just jump in. We're gonna first and foremost we're gonna congratulate Kevin here. Kevin, congratulations on becoming the Winston Throwback Series champion here for season 1. To walk us through this one, it took you a little bit to figure it out, but once you did, you found your groove, and there towards the end, it was smooth sailing.
Oh man, no, that was one hell of a nice race. Me and Jesse were neck and neck the whole way, and that was a lot of fun. I think we both had it pretty much figured out right from the start, but our different driving styles would cross us over like midway through the run, and just made for an awesome race. And, man, we traded paint a few times, and then we squeezed ourselves against the walls, and man, what a blast! What a race. It would have went down to like the last few laps, but I think I talked to Jesse and he missed his pit box, and man, that's a shame because I was looking forward to finishing the race neck and neck and side by side. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Great job to everyone. Yeah, what a blast.
It was a great season. It was a great race. It was it was pedestrian for me. It was a pedestrian race. You guys made it fun. It was been a great season. To be champion of such a long series, what does that mean to kind of take the cake? I mean, 13 wins in the season. You've got the most top tens. It just seems like that. It was becoming kind of a pattern. You know, it was either you or Bunnell there for a little while.
I mean, winning this a long season like this means a lot to me. This is the kind of seasons that I enjoy. Even like in the real series, I don't like the chase and the one race to win the championship. It means that you were consistently up front and not wrecking the whole season. I mean, if I would have won 13 races but DNF the rest of the season, I wouldn't be champion. So yeah, it means a lot. I think all season long, I think I had like one or two pretty big wrecks, and all the rest were just being caught up in little things and wall scrapes and mistakes on my own. But um, just consistently though, being able to finish in the top 10 was quite an accomplishment for me. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Well, Kevin, it has been a pleasure to watch this unfold for as many races that I have been a part of it, and I definitely look forward to seeing what you're going to be doing next season as well. Congratulations once again for being the 2022 Winston Throwback Series ARCA style. You did it ARCA style. It was nice. Welcome to the Champions Club.
Thanks a lot, man. Means a lot, and thanks to everyone at Signature Esports, everyone in the background. Thanks to everyone in the Winston Throwback Series, the admins, everyone that does the recordings, the replay reviews, and everything. Everyone that puts their time and effort into this. It was a blast to race all season long. Big shout out to Jesse for being there all season, fighting and duking it out every race. Sam came in later and really made us work again really hard to stay up front and beat him. Yeah, looking forward to next season. Looking forward to take a little break because, man, this was a long season, long races, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to next season for sure.
Kevin, give your shout outs out there, my man. It's always your time. Yeah, I know you got family. When I mean shout outs, I mean your shout outs. We always thank you can thank me, you can thank the league, but give your shout outs.
Oh, thanks to my 2 kids, my significant other that's upstairs right now and just relaxing from long days. My parents for supporting me in everything I do, racing wise, and sim racing and autocross from around where I am. And yeah, just thanks for everyone supporting my coworkers and friends that watch these races from time to time, and thanks to everyone up there that watch it and enjoy it, and makes us come back for more.
It's always a pleasure. Stick around, everybody. That's in here. Matt Magner finishes in second. We're going to talk to him real quick about his race because he was starting to make up some time there towards the end and had a good game plan. Top 3 night for you, I think, all night. Matt, walk me through this one.
I think it was just more of a circumstance of luck. I don't know. I think I heard Jesse say he missed his pit stall there at the end, and I think the 31 might have had a speeding penalty. I was probably going to finish 4th or whatever, but it's pretty cool to finish 2nd. Good run, good way to end the year.
It's difference in driving the ARCA cars, especially here at Atlanta. Atlanta is a tough track, but early on the speed was there, and then I noticed the fall off here. Of course, 2 seconds doesn't seem like much, but it just sounded like it when you listen to the car. You're out of the gas for so long into the corners. It just feels like it's taking forever.
Yeah, for sure. I thought I had pretty good speed there at the beginning of the run, and then I could stay with those guys, and then they'd start to pull away. 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and I just hang on the best I could, and just hoping for a good finish.
Well, you got it, and it was a heck of a day. I've been looking forward to talking to you because that blue on that car is absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna say, it takes me back to the days. Of course, I like a Tar Heel blue, but it's pretty darn close. Matt, give your shout outs out there, my man, and not just don't just hit on the leagues and stuff like that, which I know you're gonna appreciate anyway. But get you. This is a chance. I'm gonna get to everybody in this list. I want everybody in here to give their personal shout outs and their personal thanks out there because we've got a lot of family and friends out there that not only watch, but you get the opportunity to get out here. Maybe you haven't gotten up here into the broadcast booth and been able to chat with me, but I want you all to give your shout outs.
Yeah, thanks. I just got to thank my wife and kid mainly. They put up with me coming down here and playing around. I'd hurry up, eat dinner, run down here on Wednesday nights to run with these guys, and my wife has to put my kid to bed and all that stuff. So I got to thank them. And that's it. Thank the league guys for putting this thing together, and I appreciate them letting me in.
It's always a pleasure. Matt, you're coming back next season, right?
I will be here for sure.
Awesome. I have to start a petition to start everything an hour later for everybody, just so you know, just so I can get Anthony Crownover back over here racing with you guys. that's
Sounds good.
That was what I was supposed to be doing. But Matt, congrats on a P2 finish tonight. Great strong finish to the season, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Always. Next, but last but not least, in at least the top 3 for tonight's race, Mr. Bunnell, my man. We went back and we reviewed, and I was like, how did he lose 10 seconds? I don't know how he lost 10 seconds. And I tell you what, I didn't see you miss your pit stop, and if that was it, if you did, then I missed where you missed the pit stop. Walk me through this one. You guys are having a battle.
Yeah, I did. I think we made I don't know 5 or 6 pit stops tonight, and I missed the one that counted. I just there was cars sitting in the stalls right in front of mine, and of course I had to ghost through them to get to mine. I slid through it. When I backed up, I was a little bit too close to the wall, so then I had to back up more and then pull over. I just totally blew the last pit stop there, but that's racing, right? That happens. Congrats to Kevin on the championship. Congrats to Matt on a P2. That was a hell of a run. Can't complain. Led 94 laps tonight. Just messed up at the wrong time, man. that stuff's going to happen.
It does happen, and tonight was more. It seemed like you guys were having a little bit more fun. It was more about the playful nature of Atlanta, and you guys were able to be competitive by kind of being the same way. Do you think going from this season into next season does that make that all the more better because you're going to go from a very, very flat car, and I'm talking flat on the sides and flat on the nose, as far as how it sits to the ground, to one that's gonna push boundaries.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think the cream always rises to the top in general. After you get some practice under anything and some laps under you, I think good guys always rise to the top. But everyone drives different cars, differently. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll have the same success. Just really happy with the year. It was a great season. Thanks to all the guys for putting it together. Thanks for everybody for holding on and sticking through it. It's a long, long season, and really grateful for everybody. And got to give congrats to Kevin. I don't know who all was watching the broadcast tonight, but him and I were racing the doors off each other the whole night. And hate I screwed up that last pit stop because it probably would have made for good TV there the last 25 laps.
Tell you what, it made for good TV for the first 160 or 140. So, I mean, you guys didn't do anything wrong when it came to that. Sometimes we miss pit stops, and sometimes we get pit road speeding penalties. I know that 31, Mr. Malarkey had that happen to him, and it was unfortunate there too. But you guys had a good race. Jesse, any more shout outs for you?
Yeah, just want to say thanks to my wife, Amanda, for letting me do this the whole season. It's a lot on her. It's kind of like what Matt said. She, a lot of times, has to put the kids to bed and stuff while I run out here for a couple hours. And I really appreciate that. I know we're both kind of looking for a break here for a little while. And I want to say hi to my mom. She watches every week. And aunt and uncle, Lisa and John. And every once in a while, step folks, they watch too, Mike and Kathy. So say hi to them if they're watching. And thanks to you guys at eSports for putting it on. And I want to say shout out to Richard and the 35, my teammate for the whole year. He was awesome. We had a lot of fun running together. And I just want to say thanks and appreciate it.
I'm going to try to do this as well as I can. That's my man. Awesome. Amanda, I love you. Right? That's what you're saying. She's out there. Oh, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you, Jesse. Congrats on a P3 finish here, P2 in points throughout the series, and it's still a hell of a season. I mean, you're going to be able to work on your off time here, and it's going to be. I'm looking forward to these Gen 5 cars. This will be the first series. I know a lot about the Gen 5 car too, so this is going to be perfect. Good stepping stone. I like this.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we get a bunch of people so we can get full fields like we had at the start of the season here. And wish everyone luck. And thanks again to y'all.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Jesse, we'll see you in the next one for sure. Let's go down the list. Actually, yeah, we're going to go down the list. Cameron, you there? He is muted. All right. Brandon, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congrats on finishing the season with everybody. Yeah, somebody said you were texting and driving. This car was spicy for you today, but walk me through this race. I want to let everybody here chat, and I want everybody to have their time today.
Well, I appreciate it. I started fourth. I was running good in practice. I didn't give it enough time to see what the car would do when the tires started wearing away, so I didn't really have a line there. I think lap 3 or 4, I followed Mr. Malarkey into the wall, banged up the right front, probably the right rear. So I had some damage throughout the entire race. And then there was a pit stop that Mr. Coulter and I came in together, and we came in a little hot, and ended up taking a 40-second penalty there. Otherwise, I think we would have been up there. I was running fast enough to hang with like the middle of the pack, and we were jostling around there for a bunch of laps. There was like 4 or 5 of us right together, which I thought was pretty cool for a while. But no, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody in this league. I met some really cool people in this league that we talk to on a regular basis now. Again, my wife and kid, they deal with a lot. They changed plans for me to do this, and I appreciate being here, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Always. That is. We did see you get the speeding penalty. Yeah, you got actually at the same time a lap apart from Malarkey, which was a shame because you guys were coming in. I was like, man, I think they're going a little fast here. I think it's 45 down pit road, and I saw the ticker on my side, and I'm like, man, oh, did he get a penalty? He did get a penalty. So, but outside of that, it's always good to see you guys get out there and drive, Brandon. I get to watch you work the racetrack when it comes to where you qualify really well. I think that's the biggest thing that I can take from watching what you guys do and watching your times, and you've got your tracks you like. Atlanta, it's a driver's track. You either figure it out and you make it work, or it takes a hold of you, kind of like what Dover does.
It sure did. I think the right side of my car was a little flatter than when we started, but yeah, I not really good at those mile and a half tracks. Again, I got to work on as my car starts going away. Getting through the turns a little bit better, and not over driving the car. I find myself doing that quite a bit too. So, but we'll get there. It's fun to be with these guys. I'm glad. Race clean. I try to stay out of people's way. We'll get better. Yeah, and again, I appreciate everybody. Thanks.
Always, Brandon. We'll see you next season for sure, and enjoy your couple of weeks off, and tell the family say hey.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Always. All right, down the list. Joe Grijalva's in here. Tell me about your day, brother.
Hello. Good to talk to you again.
Always.
It was a pretty good race. I think I had a pretty quick car. It really came into me. I love this track. It's pretty fitting too, because this is the first track I started with in the Winston Throwback, and I like how I finished it off here. But it started coming to me. I just got together with some cars and got a exiting pit road penalty. I guess my tires went over the white line in the corner, so had to work at it, but finished strong, I think.
This is a touchy track. It really is. You can find yourself, folks. Here's your race results. I didn't even get to put these up there. Let me do that. There's your race results. You finished fifth. You and Rich were close. Yeah, you both were really close to duking it out there, about a tenth apart. But it seemed like today was going to be that day. It seemed like it was going to be everybody's cup of tea, and it was going to be a race to the finish. You guys had that long green flag run, and then a second long green flag run. But it seemed like most of the, just like everybody else, it was all about pit road again.
Yeah, I was pretty quick on the long run. Once the tires worn, I was pretty good at backing the car in and rolling the corner, catching the 20 in front of me. Just ran out of time, penalties, just like you say.
It's and folks, sometimes drivers make the racetrack. Sometimes the racetrack makes the driver. That is the case with a lot of the ones that I even get inside the top five. Normally, the track gives me a break. Joe, it is a pleasure as always. You guys need to get with me about your cart, but also give your shout outs, personal shout outs. I know you got league shout outs, but personal shout outs come first.
Absolutely, you got to thank my wife supporting me. She jumped in on the stream, started watching. Dad always supporting me. Gonna get him a win. It's gonna happen. So we'll get him that win for Dad. And then everybody else in the league, of course, good racing. Everybody stuck it out. Especially to Richard. We ran side by side the whole season, banged some doors. It was some good stuff. And the good Lord above, of course.
Absolutely fantastic. And go Army, right?
Oh, yeah.
Airborne?
Absolutely.
All right, my man. Always a pleasure. And, of course, and always, I look forward to seeing you. You got more racing coming up with me anyway. So, but we're going to see you in the next season, correct?
We'll be there.
Awesome. You got some races coming up. Where are you going to be at so folks can come see you?
So we got Xfinity tomorrow. We're at Kansas for the Chop Chop Series. And then this Saturday night is the GOAT League. I'm excited for that one. The next gen car is really something about that car I really like. We're gonna be up front for that one.
It's going to be awesome. You got some real world racing coming up. Where can they come watch and support there as well?
Oh yeah, so we got a race in July at Deming, New Mexico, for the Border Karting Association (BKA). You can find them on Facebook, BKA Racing. It's gonna be good too. Lots of cars, lots of drivers, very fast.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a ton of fun. Joe, look forward to seeing you the rest of the week. We're going to see you again.
We'll be there.
Always pleasure. 24. He's going to finish 5th. Brandon Porter finished 9th. I didn't get the chance to put his thing up there because I was clicking around on other stuff while we were sitting here having a little chit chat. There's the number 16. He did finish the race, and it's fun. You got to have some fun with it. All right, moving on down the list. Joshua Brock. He is the league owner. He is the guy putting everything on behind everybody. I want to give everybody the opportunity. We're all going to always talk about how leagues kind of get formed. But today, this is about a race that you needed to get out there and have some fun. And do you think you accomplished what you needed to accomplish in this first season?
As a driver, yes. I played NASCAR 09 on PlayStation 3 back when I was on active duty. Left, it was either winter 2010 into 2011, or it was after 2011. I can't remember. But it was a long time. I've only been back on iRacing since July. So, this season was a reacclimation to online sim racing for me. And one of the hardest cars on the sim to drive that I think. I mean, I'm over there in the chop shop and I'm having a blast in the Xfinity cars. But these take a little bit of oomph in the seat. It takes a steady hand on the wheel through the corner. It's been a blast. It's been a fun ride. It's been a pleasure running with some of the best guys that I've ever ran against.
Well, you get to do that. Not only do you get to run with them, but you get to help drivers meet. And that's the thing about leagues, is that you find that you build a community and you start having drivers together that kind of make things kind of work as a family nature. And we're seeing that as you guys start to get tempers, but at the end of the day, it's still. It's still about what you guys are trying to accomplish here. Next season starts June 1st. Where can they get a hold of you? I've already kind of said it. I've already played the commercial a little bit, but where can they get a hold of you?
So I hate to correct you on the night that we're in the seasons. We're going to take a little bit of a pause. We got some administrative restructuring to do. We want to clarify what we want to get done, the season, the schedule, the length.
Gotcha.
So we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be in touch on that one. But as far as reaching out to us, I myself run the Winston Throwback Facebook page. So if y'all want to message us on there, see what's going on, follow it, like it, and I'll post weekly updates, trips down memory lane, some special moments that pop up through the year. I think we're going to try to put together a year in remembrance type video. We try to throw that up in a PowerPoint presentation style thing, and with the NVIDIA graphics card, video maker. And, reflecting back on the season, I'm looking at all the special. You got to be here for when Jesse Brunel won in his first car. You got to be the broadcaster in the booth when I almost took Mom to victory lane at Daytona, and watching us grow as a league while we're in turn helping you grow as a broadcaster and expanding your platform out to wider audiences. Chop Shop League, we got guys that are in New Zealand and Australia. I've been messaged personally by guys in Australia, Ireland, South Africa, and a couple of guys over in China and Korea that watch us on a weekly basis. And they love the style of racing that we provide. This Winston Throwback League will never go away. It's just going to restructure, readapt, and come back out as its own brand. The throwback brand's out there. We are the only throwback league that's doing as stringent as we are as far as paint schemes, numbers, contingency stickers, uh, all the way down to lap counts, tracks, weather, time of day, year, all that stuff. It's been a blast. We got a lot to digest from year one to make season two even more epic. Myself, Coulter, Hammond, Strickland, Grijalva, I mean, hell, everybody involved in this made this what it was. And my personal shout outs is every single viewer that we've ever had, every single person that's ever liked, share, subscribed, every person that has ever just caught whiff of us and gave us a 5 minute watch and fell in love with what they saw. Those are the ones that I want to give a personal shout out to. On a side note to that, my personal shout out, J. Leo Brock commented on the Daytona video. That's my biological father. Um, Shout out to him. Thank him for watching. My stepdad, David Ralph, he watches every now and then when he can with his busy schedule. And of course, my mom from above.
Always a pleasure, Josh. I appreciate all the information. I was going off of the Sim Racer Hub for the season 2. That is why you guys had that date. We'll make sure we get the updates out there. Appreciate
Being a daytime drug driver, I'm busy being 5 places all at once.
Hey, it's it. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. No, it's hey. You know what? I said it all. At least they're going to be anticipating a new season, so it looks like we're going to be doing some Wednesday night racing. Even if I have to throw them up June 1st. It's gonna be fun. I'm totally joking.
Count me in.
All right,
Count me in.
We'll figure something out. We'll do some. Maybe we'll throw a tournament or something up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe do some helicopter award tournament. We'll try to line up all the cars and see who can give me the best helicopter award with unlimited fast repairs.
Challenge accepted.
Right. That's we'll figure something out. Josh, congratulations on a successful season. I look forward to season 2 coming up. And it won't be too long. Everybody will get a few weeks in and get back out here. You guys will be able to do it.
Yes, sir.
Got to move on. Justin Malarkey, the man that I know very well, and I thought you were going to win this one. I was kind of counting on it. I placed a side bet, and you got a speeding penalty.
Yeah. I came in and there was no cone, and I'm like, oh boy, and I missed it. I went and checked and watched it about 20,000 times. I was a couple miles an hour over. Yeah, that caught me by surprise. I was right there behind Kevin, and I'm like, saw him lock him up. I'm like, oh god, there's no cone. We're all speeding, but he was lucky.
Yeah, I was like, how no, wait, no, oh no. And then I kept watching the time tick by, and I was like, did he get a pit road speed penalty? He's not moving.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I think that one's it. Early on, I watched kind of how your strategy was working. You were either a lap later than the driver in front of you, or you were a lap earlier on one pit stop. Were you trying to push the length of the car, or were you trying to short pit yourself to make sure that you had the time to gain?
Yeah, honestly, I flip flopped. I was the 17, I think, went the lap early, and I followed him, and then the 99 was going one lap later, and he was able to get by the 17 in a race. And I was like, okay, I want to get on a 99 strategy so that when they're racing side by side, hopefully I could take advantage. And after the caution and all that, I was able to actually be behind them. In the beginning, I lost so much time on them, I couldn't really follow it and learn. But the second caution, I was able to stay with them and learn what they were doing. And 1 and 2 is where I was giving up time, and I finally was able to figure out what they were doing a little bit there. So who knows? The 99 definitely had the field covered. He just had that extra like 1/10 of a tenth every lap, and it just kept growing. But I don't know. You'll never know because I was speeding.
Damn cops were out there pulling out the radar guns, and
yeah,
I'm totally joking. We love our men and women of law enforcement, but
of course,
the iRacing police could have given you one there. They could have given everybody one there. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I was surprised because the last 2 weeks had definitely some qualifying speeds show up, and usually I struggle with qualifying, and I waste half the time trying to get up there. And it was nice being able to be in the front row the last two. Um, but yeah, it's just one of those things. These guys are good; they don't make mistakes. They're like ice in their veins, and no mistakes were really made. I think the 17 actually did slide through the pit box, so that could have been maybe a little bit of help.
Well, it turned out to be a decent day. You got the pole position here. You finish 8th at Atlanta, but
Yeah,
next season's going to be different, though. Different car, different strategy, different. I mean, still the same kind of racing schedule. That is, it's going to be insane to kind of go back and revisit some of these tracks that I was watching when I was deployed.
yeah, it'll definitely be. Have they said what car? I'm rarely in
J-
Discord.
Josh,
Honestly, I'm pretty much.
correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. It isn't the Gen 5 car.
No, we're still gonna be ARCA.
You're going to go ARCA? You should go Gen 5. I'm telling you, go Gen 5. You're going to have some fun.
The the Impala SSs are gonna be a side.
That's,
I will say that.
yeah, I tell you what, those Gen 5 cars are amazing cars. Okay, all right. Let me back to ARCA. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. That what that does is that just stretches the next season into, okay, this is where we're going to go. We're going to stick with 2003. Maybe we move to the 2005 series, then we force that issue. We move ourselves back into it. So that's that. It's still going to be a good series. ARCA Racing. I've always said that the ARCA cars don't get enough credit when it comes to drivability because they are their own animal.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They're definitely fun. They're different. You could get spread away from them versus the current gen car that they have. Those things are just side drafting machines, and I think the next gen are like that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are. No, the Gen 5 cars are all horsepower, no downforce. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Go
209 miles an hour into turn 1 in Michigan.
Yeah. Go test. I think they're the legacy cars. I think they're free now.
They're free, right?
Yeah, I think they're free. It's the they are the Gen 5 cars. I think it's the legacy NASCAR Cup car. Take that around this track. A couple of laps for practice or a test session, whatever you want to call it. But some laps in with that car. That car is fun. It is all of the muscle that the Cup car should have, with the drivability of an Xfinity car and a little bit of the ARCA car kind of thrown in there. Like it's like I miss that car in NASCAR. I really do.
Yeah, is it like harder than the Xfinity car? I always feel like the Xfinity is just hard to even keep straight.
Okay, so the Xfinity car is hard to keep straight because of mostly because of trail braking. Folks have to kind of learn how to trail brake into corners to get their nose set and to keep their butt in from sliding around. The Xfinity car can be figured out with the steering offset. This car is all about throttle control and where you actually put your foot on that gas pedal, and which is like the best kind of driving ever. And you want to talk about being able to make up gains? You can make up gains just by driving the track the way that you need to, and everybody's driving line is going to be different, which is just that's the best kind of racing when you don't have to just follow each other. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. When you could at least do something different, get on a different line. I was really surprised Atlanta. I feel like lately there's been no outside line. I don't know if there ever even was an outside line.
There was,
but yeah, it seems like it's so stuck on the bottom, which is weird.
Well, there for a little bit, we were watching the 17 and the 99. They were side by side for a while. That's when you did start making gains. It was shortly before that caution came out. Justin, congratulations on getting into the season, and I do look forward to the next one. Make sure you give your shout outs, man. It's your time.
Yeah, well, definitely to Josh for having a really cool league with the throwback and the weather and the way they do it. The races, that strategy. It's a lot of strategy in this league. The way they have it designed, which just makes it really fun. The way the pit stops are all cycled and the tire limits. Definitely shout out to you. I've always enjoyed your broadcast, so it's just great that you're broadcasting this league, and I know the way you have it all set up with comments and stuff. Everyone that watches enjoys it, and it's definitely one of the most favorite ones that people look forward to. So thank you for you and the way you have it set up in your time. And I know my sister's one who told me to get back in here and make sure I was talking. I didn't know you guys were doing this. I was watching a replay and jumped out. So she should really be my crew chief. She's always telling me what I should have done.
Well, you keep telling her to keep jumping in chat, and I'll keep relaying messages.
There you go. I got to get her a crew chief, and that's where she needs to be next. She's actually really smart, dedicated NASCAR fan, so she'd be fun doing that for me.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
So thanks again, and hopefully we'll be back really soon. I'll be checking the Discord.
For sure. And we'll put it on the Facebook page too. So, actually now we can put posts on YouTube as well. So we'll get it out there. We'll make sure that everybody knows. If I don't, I know that the Discord will. So Justin,
yeah,
thanks for joining back in, and it's always good to see you out there, man.
Thank you. Have a great night. See you, everyone.
Always. There he is. All right. The man, the myth, the legend, #spicy, Mr. Rich Holland.
What do you say, Jason?
Man, you have had a season all to yourself. From chat to your own emoji now on my stream. To you have a spicy emoji on your stream. And to just getting out there and having fun. It looks like that's what you're out there to do, is just get out there and have some fun.
Man, I get out here every daggone week, and my number one goal is to race clean, race hard, and have fun. And we've got a group of guys that put on a phenomenal show. And I think I said it 3 or 4 times tonight, running side by side with the 24. Man, don't worry about pinching me up. We're putting on a show.
Well, I tell you what, I did get to see the race there for a little while when it came to you two being side by side, trying to catch each other. I think you were the two that were kind of like seeing each other more often than not.
It doesn't matter what track we're at. Me and the 24 always find each other. And I got a ton and absolute amount of unfathomable respect for him as a driver, because he will run me just as hard as I run him. And if we do get together, it is gentle enough to where nobody's, no harm, no foul. And he does a phenomenal job of handling that car. And I got a lot of respect for him, but for some reason we always find each other.
Considering that he does that in VR too. Isn't it amazing?
I tried it one time, dude. I got so seasick it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, he does that race in VR. I've done it a couple of times, and I can't do an entire 163 lap race in VR. That would give me a headache. And my old ass would be, pardon my language, I cursed, I'm sorry. My old butt would be laid out there going, oh man, I can't believe this is happening. I'd get dizzy. But you know what? Hats off to him. It takes a lot of talent to be able to do that. Not only that, it takes a lot of talent for you guys to get out there and drive. One, if you're thinking about putting on a show and you are putting on a show, then you're doing it. If you're thinking about putting on a show and you get into the back of somebody, well, then you just intentionally wreck somebody.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's my whole thing. When Cam and his car, I've told him time and time again, I'm like, look, we're not going to be up there racing for the lead. Let's put on a show. Hope it gets on the broadcast. Let's get some tight, close racing. And him and I have had a run at it. Me and Mr. Porter have had a lot of runs at it too. And that's it. It's putting on a show. The quality of my driving has drastically increased since I've joined this league. But it's going to be very hard for me to be up in the top 3 week after week after week. So my goal is to get better every week, put on a show, and run clean and learn from everybody around me. Mr. Brock, Mr. Savoy, God, I cannot begin to explain how much I've learned from Savoy. Jesse he's been a teammate of mine since I joined the league, and he has taught me so much in terms of the driving line, how to roll a corner. I had a major problem at the start of entering this league with pit penalties, and he worked with me on that. And I don't think I hardly have any pit penalties anymore. Knock on wood. But just it's genuine group of guys that want to get better and want to put on a show.
Rich, you do it week in and week out, from this league to jumping into my other stuff that I have out there. You guys just really take care of each other, and that's the good sign of a good league. And as we close down this season to work on getting ourselves worked into a second season here for the Winston Throwback Series. What are your takeaways from this one that you'd like to see move forward?
Biggest takeaway from this is it's a fantastic league to really hone your skills and move up in the racing league circuits on iRacing. I know we're moving the chop shop here tomorrow, and you're going to see a lot of the same faces and names over there. And it's an Xfinity car. It's a different car. You got to drive it completely different. But if you want to start off and start moving your way up, the ARCA car, you cannot beat it. It's an incredible driver's car. It will teach you so much of corner entry, corner exit, when to be on the power, off the power. Biggest thing I learned this season was brake bias. Learning how to manipulate the brake bias as the run went on to make the corner, especially at Richmond. And I was really fortunate that I had figured that out at Richmond, and I was able to be as tight as I was to the 99 for so many laps at Richmond. It's the throwback league and running the ARCA car is a fantastic learning experience for anyone that really wants to get into really competitive and really clean league racing. And that's what this league focuses on, and it's mainly thanks to the admins for that.
Well, I can agree. I concur. And you are a gentleman and a scholar. The hashtag spiciness himself, Rich Holland. Rich, final time for shout outs, man, for at least this season.
Oh, ultimately, number one, my wife. My wife is amazing. She's got to take care of a 6, a 4, and a 1-year-old, and she's got to do it and get them their bath times while I'm in here doing this. So she is phenomenal, and other than her, I gotta thank the military, police officers, firefighters, and anybody that puts themselves in harm's way for the better of society and the better of America. Other than that, I'm good. And well, thank you, and thank the admins.
You're welcome. You're amazing, dude. Congratulations on being a part of this, and congratulations on having an awesome family. And I'm gonna see you in other races. You got more coming up this week.
Yes, sir. We're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna see a lot of me.
That's the point. That's what we want. We want to see a lot of all of these drivers out there. We want to see a lot of folks do what they got to do. Rich, congrats. Let me finish all this up, and I'll chat with everybody after all this is done. And thank you all very much for jumping into to the drivers meeting area here, so we can chit chat about this race season.
Thanks for having us, man.
Always.
Been a fun blast.
It's not over. We got more coming. It's gonna happen. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let me finish this up, folks. I appreciate you very much for doing what you do, and we love and appreciate all of the leagues that we're a part of. But this has been a good growing aspect. When I said the very first league slash series that I ever broadcasted for was exactly that. It was an ARCA series, and it is. It's just incredible. It's incredible to see. And it's incredible to see some people take the time to do it the way they want to do it. And they have it all figured out. And there's some things to figure out to move on into into the second season for them. But that's on them. So we'll get the details out there for the second season. June 1st was the time on the schedule that they had posted. That's going to be changed, so we'll take care of that. Thank you to MCI Graphics and Mara Race Control. Thank you to all the folks out there who have put it on. Team Monte Carlo's back out there as well. Thank you to each and every one of you for being who you are. Remember that you are who you are because of who you choose to be, and make sure you're kind to yourself, love yourself, and kind to one another as well, and that goes a long way. Winston Throwback Series champion for the 2022 first season, Kevin Savoy is that guy. He did a phenomenal job. 13 wins across the series. It's been incredible. It's been absolutely incredible. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you to Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Thank you to RoastedGems.com. Thank you to Split Second Gaming as well. Remember, go to splitsecondgaming.com.au to check out what they've got going on over there. We love them. Thank you to Roasted Gems. Again, roastedgems.com for them. Promo code BZ Bravo Zulu 20. And then go check out Nerds Doing Nerd Things on their wonderful platform. I love you. I'm going to see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow night. We're going to have the Chop Shop Racing League. It's going to be back in action. So make sure you tune in for that. Keep rolling, folks. Keep rolling. I love you.